Hello, my beautiful souls. This is Julie with Heartspace, and we're here looking at the energy surrounding you for March 2017. And as I meditated on the energy that is surrounding all of us this month, the word diligence kept popping into my head. Diligence. Asking us to stay true to who we are. Knowing our path, knowing who we are, we glide on to the future. Stay diligent. You see it. You know where you need to go. No one else does. Stay diligent. You are on your right path. Stay diligent. I'm going to call in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on the collective pull. Calling in the divine for the collective. What message do you have for the collective for March 2017? Heal away addictions. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. So with this card, in March, we will have a lot of tests about who we are, about where we need to go. People will stand in our way. Jobs will stand in our way. Mindsets will stand in our way. And it will be up to you to overcome them. Addictions will stand in the way. Now, addictions can come in many different forms. It's not always just alcohol or drugs or sex or shopping. It can also be a way of thinking. Self-deprecation can be addictive. Being a bully can be addictive. Being an online troll can be addictive because you get something out of it and you feed off of that. And when we have that, it means that there is something missing within us. I cannot tell you, no one can tell you what that is that you are missing. Only you know. But what I can do is point it out and say that there is a void that needs to be filled. And instead of filling it with an addiction, with drugs, alcohol, being a bully, shopping, being mean to yourself, and it can even be over-exercising, overeating. Don't fill it with that. Fill it with the love and the joy that you have. Start filling it with something that makes you better. And that's so easy for me to say, isn't it? But we all have an addiction. We all have something that we have to let go of. Sugar. Letting go of sugar is one really big one. But replace it. Replace it with something worthwhile. Replace it with every time you say something mean about yourself or somebody else, stop yourself and say something wonderful about yourself instead. It could be drawing a picture instead of smoking a cigarette. Or how about chewing a piece of gum instead of smoking a cigarette? Instead of drinking a glass of wine every night, how about a glass of tea? And I mean, all of the addictions, if you are truly addicted, please seek professional help. But if it's just something that's kind of out of hand, you do it a lot and you know that you could stop it, then just cut back a little bit. Cut back a little bit, and instead of having wine every night, only have it 3 times a week, and then drink tea the rest. But start to fill yourself with goodness. Fill yourself with things that are very clear, things that resonate, that vibrate at a higher level. And start slowly and be very diligent about it. You've got this. All right, let's go on to your individual sign reading. Hello Aquarius, this is Julie with Into Heartspace, and we're here looking at the energy surrounding you for March 2017. If you would like a personal reading, you can find me on Facebook, you can email me, or go to my website. Also, if you are an Aquarius sun and you're watching this and this does not resonate with you, go ahead and check out your moon sign or your rising sign. I find that my rising sign often resonates more so with me than my sun sign, simply because I have so many planets in my rising house. And if you're interested in your natal chart, we can do a natal chart astrology reading. And if you just want to see what your chart looks like, I have supplied a link in the description box that will create your natal chart for you. All right. Aquarius. Calling in the highest of light, the highest of energy, to guide us on this reading. The Knight of Swords just popped up. Pisces had this card come up as their first card too. So it's interesting that that just popped out. Let's call in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on this reading. The Three of Swords. Betrayal. I have to tell you that as I'm doing this reading, my chair just started to shake. So, interesting. Calling in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on this reading. Calling in the divine. Calling in our guardian angels, calling in spirit to guide us. Aquarius. What are the messages for Aquarius for March 2017? I get the sense that something was trying to stop me from giving you this message. I get you need that card. I pulled enough, but that card was speaking to me. So, Aquarius, this reading is altogether different. This is the energy that's coming in from March. Two of Swords. So this is not knowing which way to turn. So in February into March, you might have been unsure of a situation, unsure of a person, not sure, feeling like you don't have all the information, and there's a chance that you don't. So this is asking you to be patient and just wait a little bit longer until things are a little bit clearer. And then we have Temperance reversed, King of Cups reversed, Three of Cups, the Guide reversed, Six of Discs, Seven of Discs reversed, and Page of Wands. Eight of Cups reversed, Justice, and Ace of Discs. Three of Wands reversed, Six of Swords, and then the Empress reversed. And then the extra card I have is the Ten of Swords. Okay. Interesting. So I do want to start with this Ten of Swords because I feel like this is a biggie for Aquarius. And it's been a biggie for a lot of different signs too, of ending the cycle of letting something go and moving on. There's a lot of signs, and this is you, Aquarius, too, of, man, you just have to let go of something. We're we're holding on for dear life with something that is, spiky. It's like holding on to the stem of a rose. It smells so sweet, but it makes us bleed. So make sure that you're not holding on to this rose, but you're just letting it be and letting the cycle end and flow with it. And it's really important because I feel like you're a little out of balance. Having temperance here in reverse is saying things are a little out of balance, and it's because you don't know which way to choose. You don't know which way to go. So let go. Let go of the fog, or of feeling guilty about being in the fog, and just have patience. Have patience in where you are and what you're doing, and that will help clarify the future. And okay, so let's get into this. In relationships, we have the King of Cups in reverse, and then we have Three of Cups, and then we have the Guide. So I get the sense here the King of Cups is most likely a water sign, so that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And they're being very manipulative, and because of how they're manipulating you, and they're doing it emotionally. And they're doing it through giving you a certain satisfaction and like taking you out to dinner, taking you out to fancy meals, taking you to the theater, buying you gifts, telling you you're beautiful, but then all laced within that is they want something in return for it. It's not given freely. So it's like they take you out to dinner, but then they expect you to drive them to work the next 2 weeks at 4:30 in the morning every day. They take you to the theater, but then they, move in with you because their landlord's awful and they don't get them, and so they kick them out, kind of like weird situation like that. But it's everything that they give you has a price. And so they make you feel celebratory, but then because they do that, they expect you to take care of them. And this doesn't feel right to you. And you're going against your gut. You're going against your intuition on this. And your spidey sense is going off, but you're just not listening to it. And that's what the guide in reverse is saying, is like, you need to listen to your spirit guides. You need to listen to your heart, your soul. It's trying to tell you something. It's actually like barking at you. And you're like, shh, shh, I don't want to hear the truth. I don't want to hear it. So be careful of this situation. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's romantic. If you're not in a romantic relationship, I always say it could be a friend, it could be a family member. But somebody close to you could be manipulating you in a way to get more out of you. It's very beneficial to them, but not so to you. Because they're working from kind of, they're not working from their highest energy, is what it comes down to. And they might be jealous of your strength, jealous of what you're cultivating. And they could also feel like, like doing like a martyr complex, like, I give and I give and I give, and you never give me anything in return. All I ask is for you to help me get to work. Help me get to work. Even though it's 4:30 in the morning every day. So, this is what, temperance is asking is it worth it? Is this really, are you getting everything you need to out of this relationship, or is it sucking you dry? And so that's why it's hard to decide, because it's, the situation is laced in good and good, positive and negative. So you have to see which one it is, and then once you figure that out, stick to it. But know that this person is not necessarily working in your favor. They're using you to get something out of you in some regard. But I also think that they're doing it in some for some people subconsciously. They don't even know that they're doing this to you. So before you just like kick somebody to the curb, always communicate with them. If you love them and if you care about them, then you owe it to yourself and to them to respect the situation enough to say, this is how I feel, this is what I see, how can we work together to solve it? All right, in career we have the 6 of discs, and then the 7 of discs, and the Page of Wands. So in career, it's really asking you to give back, that you have learned a lot, that you are now a teacher, that you are a supervisor, that you have something to give to people of less knowledge, of less know-how. And until you, and it's really important that you do it, because with the 7 of discs in reverse, it's saying what you're doing isn't going to grow. And the only way that it's going to grow is if you give it back. This is very linked together. And that as soon as you start to give back, as soon as you start to help out others in your office or in your field, as soon as you start to give back, you'll receive a message. You'll receive a message from maybe your supervisor or from other clients saying, hey, I hear you're helping others. I really value that. I respect that. Hey, you know what? You're the kind of person I want to work with. But if you close yourself off and you say, I don't have time for that, then people will see that too. And then what you are trying to grow won't grow. So you have to change some situations here, because Aquarius, I do get the sense that you've had your head down and you're just trying to figure things out. So you haven't really been looking to the outer world, looking to colleagues and seeing what they're doing. So it's time to kind of look up and scan the horizon and see who's in need. And if you see somebody who is like, I'm struggling with this, and it's like second nature to you, it's something you could do in 2 seconds, go help them out, because it'll help you and them. Okay, so in abundance, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. We have Justice. And then we have the Ace of Discs. So there is a chance for a new beginning when it comes to finances and when it comes to abundance. And this can be spiritual, emotional, in the physical realm type of abundance. So there's something going on. It could possibly be with like legal wise, with legalities. It could be like a lawsuit or divorce papers or child support or just taxes even. But it feels like there was an argument going on, an issue going on, where you feel that you are definitely right. And I feel like you really need to stand up for it and say, this is what that I am right, and then prove it. And as soon as you do, I think it's going to open up doors for you. Now, if you don't have anything that is, is bothering you, or is in transition when it comes to legalities, then this could actually kind of go back to relationships. It's, once again, it's like, is it worth it? Is it time for you to walk away, or is it time for you to hold on and make it work? Either way that you decide, it's going to be a new beginning, and what you put your effort into will grow. So remember that, like when we have the Ace of Discs, it's really exciting because it does mean like a new beginning. And it does mean like that whatever you're cultivating is starting and has the potential to grow. But this can also be very negative, that if you're feeding darkness, and if you're feeding confusion, and if you're feeding doubt, that's what will grow. And so if that's what's growing, you're going to get your fair share of it. That's what justice is saying. You will get what you deserve. So make sure that you are planting seeds of joy, of helpfulness. That's why I think the six of discs is so important to you right now, Aquarius, is giving back. Acknowledging the community around you, acknowledging your place in it, and finding balance between the individual and community, because I do feel the sense that you've pulled in a lot. And so now it's time to kind of come back into the group and find your balance there, and still hold your individuality, but acknowledge other people around you. And in mind, body, soul connection, we have the Three of Wands reverse, the Six of Swords, and the Empress. And it's just, I'm always fascinated with readings, because here again we have a very similar situation to what's going on. Is the Three of Wands in reverse is saying there's something that you wanted to happen, and it doesn't have chops. It doesn't have a good foundation, and it's time to move on to a different move on to a different situation. And it could also just be a different incarnation of what is present. You know, if you're working on a project and the prototype doesn't work, instead of scrapping the whole prototype, take the parts that do work and put it into the new prototype, you know? But just because it's not fertile now doesn't mean that it won't be in the future. If you keep working at it, it could work. But you have to let go of the parts that don't. So I think for some Aquarius people, it's actually a mindset. And it's a hope for the future. It's like, I hope I have the white picket fence, I'm married with 2.5 kids, and I drive a Subaru. That's what I want for my life. And I only will have it that way. Well, Spirit and Universe are here to tell you, well, I'm sorry, Aquarius. Yes, you might meet the love of your life, but your fence will be purple and you'll be driving a Honda Civic. It's one of those types of things. Like, don't be so specific on how you want your future to be. Be open to it kind of shifting. And so I think that's also another reason why it's so hard for you to choose, because you have a very clear sense of what you want, and what's in front of you doesn't look like anything you thought you wanted. And so you have to find that balance within yourself. You have to find your inner guide and see where you need to go. And the only way you're going to do that is by letting go of some false ideas. And not even false ideas. They're just, for you, Aquarius, they're just outdated now. Like, you've grown. You're more. And this is no longer. These wishes, these wants that you might have been asking for the last, 10 years, 20 years, no longer are who you are today. And so now it's time to sit down and start anew. So let's call on the angels and see some added guidance for you, Aquarius. I really do get this sense, Aquarius. You guys are really powerful in March, and you don't understand your own power. And so you're keeping it on the DL. You're like not letting anyone know that you're like a powerful wizard. But you are. And I think in March you're going to realize it. But you're still going to want to keep it on the DL. Which is fine, but just remember, you are very strong. You are cosmically connected. I'm not going to accept these as jump outs because it was a huge pile. Let's see. This one? Nope, not that one. Calling on the highest of light, the highest of energy, calling on the divine angels. What is the message for Aquarius? Okay. Goddess. Woo! I got chills. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. You are divine. You are a goddess. Aquarius, never doubt that you are mystical, magical. You are beyond human. You are a creature of the universe. And once you realize that and you realize your strength, things will start to balance out. But this, yes, this is what it is. Your balance, your questioning is all due to self-doubt. Is all due to a made-up fog trying to dampen who you truly are. That's it. That's it. And so it's hard to let go, and I think you'll really discover that through helping out others. You'll discover your strength, your power, your drive, your inner goddess. So get to it, Aquarius. How exciting. All right. Again, if you would like a personal reading, you can find me on Facebook, email, or go to my website. Until next time, much love, joy, and blessings.